Hello, my true crime lovelies. Oh, let me see if I can find the right. There we go. How are you, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. Let me know where you're coming in from. Um, you don't care about Suitcase Sarah at all anymore. Oh, I need some of what you have because oh my God, I gotta quit her. I gotta quit her like crazy. So she's moved. We all know she's moved. I've got new docs. So let's just get into it. Cover it all. We've got phone call logs, we've got the Canteen menu, we've got their whole master menu for 2024. I'm going to start with some of the docs that we've got visitation. Let's share this tab instead. She's got 2 visitation documents showing. Oh, from Germany. Hello, how are you? Nashville. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm glad to see all of you guys here. Okay, let me get back to my front page. What do I want to do over here? Is that what I want it to look like? Let's do this. And let's make it. So these are her related visitor list. She's got Lana on there for info only. She has her son on there. I don't know why she put her mom and her dad, but they're on here. So I'm thinking, even if that's an emergency contact, I don't know why. And then Philip is on here for info only. So that is what we had listed for her visitors. And then let me see what's on this other one before I go. Yeah. This is another visitor log. This is the same photo you guys have seen. It's good until 2029. I guess it's on all of her documents, so people won't confuse her. So this was when she was at the Florida Reception Center, when she was in Gen Pop, but I wanted to go through because that's where she first listed some things like her work skills during her intake process, right? She said she'd done data entry for 25 years. I believe level high, it's either her highest level of education is high school or she's highly proficient at data entry, and it's saying primary. So they blocked out her medical grade stuff. On the 14th of January, they took these scores. It doesn't say how, but she got a 5 in reading, 5 in language, and a total of 3 in math. And then again, we've got her relatives. This is also for visitation. Her 46-year-old brother, info only. He's in Seminole County. Her son, 14, info only. I noticed that her ex-husband is not on here, so maybe the son can visit without dad. And he's in Alucha County. Then we've got Lana, 50. She's out of state. Her mom and her dad, who are deceased, are on there. So staff, subject was present for the interview and cooperative in answering questions during the interview. We discussed family contacts, social history, work history, and skills, telephone list, visitation, release plan, never, sentence, date, and gain time eligibility. So we know she's not getting any gain time. Although I wonder if they accrue it anyway, just in case the sentence gets converted, or is that easy enough to do retroactively? But you know how like the judge took the time to get the amount of time served, so it would be accurate. Maybe they count gain time eligibility, even though she won't actually ever be out as of now. The subject states she needs help obtaining all forms of identification, i.e., Social Security card, Florida ID, and birth certificate. Oh, how does that feel, Sarah? Not having your birth certificate, needing help to get it. Oh, does that mean it belongs to the person who helps you get it? This is the subject's first time in prison. Overall prognosis is fair. And then we have this. We've seen disposition of mail. I'm going to switch to this part of it because I don't want to scroll on you guys. So the commitment and reception, we go back to this. I wanted to look at this though. So is there no payee or court-ordered payment? So there are court-ordered payments. So I'm thinking that is when Judge Koenig reduced the whatever time, like I can't remember what he called it, reduced it to judgment, I think is what he said. And I think that is what that is. So they checked all the documentation, court orders were reviewed, commitment papers were reviewed, there was no discrepancy. There's no visitation restrictions. They sent off to the court for the PSI, the pre or post sentence investigation. She had a pre sentence. Tried to get a copy. I was told no. It doesn't hurt to ask, but it's got private medical information in it. They reviewed the inmate's request, dispositions for any severity level 1 or 2 offense as defined by the custody system and felony offense coding manual. So the answer is yes for that one. Disposition and circumstances are present for arrest occurring in the last 5 years for any offense, felony or misdemeanor where it is suspected that domestic violence is involved. So yes, she was obviously arrested for this murder, and then she was arrested in 2018 for strangling George. She was arrested for felony domestic violence. And then we have, does the inmate have an updated release plan? It says yes. I'm guessing it's just a blank paper with the word never in the middle of it. The inmate's work skills have been verified and entered. Yes. So we've got all of that going on. And then, so this is interesting because one of you guys, well, a lot of you guys were on the text message alert for when she was moving, and everyone was like, she was alerted, or you were alerted she was moved to the annex. And I was like, well, it says in the system she's in CI, which is the correctional institution. So apparently she was moved there on her way to the annex is what it looks like. And there's a medical hold. I'm surprised they did not redact this because they did go through and redact quite a bit, but she was in a medical hold. So she was on the same day that she was moved eventually to the correctional institution, CI. She was at the annex first. So that's why you saw there was a text message that she went from the women's reception center to the Lowell annex. And then there was a text message that she went from the annex to Lowell CI. I don't know why, maybe because of the medical hold. I feel like it's across the street, but maybe I'm oversimplifying it. And then this, I've requested all of these documents, but she had to sign this inmate safety training doc. It also has her department work assignment as houseman. So I've requested documentation. What is that? What does that even mean? This is her initial overview. So she's been trained on general safety, hazard comms, bodily fluids, PPE, which I'm guessing is personally protective equipment, like what we all had to use during the pandemic, ladders, sanitation, contaminated bed linen. I don't know what kind of training you need on that. Housekeeping plan, slips, trips, and falls, and SDS. I'm surprised they didn't have like, what are those lifts? What is it in the, you know, when you go to Costco and they have those lifts where they pull up crates. Hi, Jane. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, very gracious. Thank you for the Valentine's Day present. I try. I'm not uplifting all, but I try to find the joy. I do in everything. Life is short, as we all know, as true crime followers. So here we go. She was assessed. This was from reception. They just didn't send this to me before I asked for more details on this. So her programming, faith-based programming, on the 3rd of February, she said yes, that she was interested in it. They pulled this on the 10th. We all know she moved at the end of January to the CI. So work assignment interest, she's interested in clerk, library, inmate teaching assistant, or NA. Programming interests, I don't know, environmental, animal, something. Do you guys remember what the animal options were there? So she has no interest in vet dorm program, no. Motivation assessment, excellent. So that means she's highly motivated, which I think that's good considering, I don't know, I would be deflated if I had a sentence of life, but maybe the prospect of her appeal is keeping her upbeat. But either way, good for her. She's highly motivated. This inmate management plan shows your overall adjustment during the stated review period. You are encouraged to remain DR free, which I believe is disciplinary report free, maintain positive institutional adjustment, and strive for positive reviews in your security and work or program ratings. You are encouraged to participate in substance abuse, educational, vocational, and reentry programs as they become available to you. And I understand there's a long waiting list for all of those, but she's got the rest of her life. So these programs will help you facilitate a successful transition back to society, and you will be assessed for these programs within a certain time frame prior to release, which will be based in part on your adjustment needs and program availability. So that language, I feel like it must be a copy paste form part, some of it, because I remember, I mean, it just doesn't apply to her, right? So they put it in there. You know, sometimes you go to the doctor and you see in your doctor's notes, like patient was blah, blah, blah. And you're like, wait a minute, that didn't happen. I do. I read all the notes and then they'll be like, oh, that was, they just hit a button and inserted that. It doesn't mean it applied to you. So I'm like, why is it important then? Yawning Greyhound, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate you. Amanda, thank you for being a member for 3 months. I appreciate you too. Classification officer comments. Discuss current custody level, job assignment, I think trade TRD, and 85% day. That's the gain time. Addressed all questions and concerns. Inmate is encouraged to participate in institutional programs and remain DR free. Also encouraged to continue with her positive attitude. What? Do we ever think we would hear that about Miss Sarah Catherine Paulson? Her positive attitude and positive institutional adjustment. She's at home, y'all. These are very good aspects, and she should strive to continue them. Can you guys see that? Okay, it feels like, I don't know if it's the resolution on my other laptop, but it feels like it's fuzzy. There we go. Okay. Good Lord. And then here she is, acknowledgement of, so she got another great packet when she got to Lowell. It's the same old thing. She just signed it on 2/3. And she got another orientation for the permanent facility of Lowell on the 3rd. Team UU. I don't know what that means. Grievance orientation. She's got another one about ways, you know, to talk to the staff member. Lowell Correction Institute. So this acknowledgement of receipt of orientation and training for disabled inmates. Again, I don't know if they were supposed to release this because now they're, I don't know. It's here. We're going to go through it. But she's had this, she's got some sort of disability that they're dealing with. And so she went through skills training, orientation at permanent facilities, impaired inmate assistance program, orientation and usage of FDC accommodations and services that are being provided, filing reasonable modification or accommodation request, reasonable. No massages every Monday at 2 to help you with your back pain. Services provided by the Division of the Blind Services Talking Book Program and Hadley School for the Blind, how to request an interpreter for DHOH inmates. It is my responsibility to stay abreast of any changes or updates concerning the American with Disabilities Act and or the Department of Corrections policies pertaining to the ADA. I understand that if I have any questions, it is my responsibility to seek an appointment with the Department of Corrections staff member or regional ADA coordinator in an effort to resolve any misunderstandings. So I don't know. I mean, I hate to speculate about someone's health, but it seems like if you look at these notes here, it might be hearing related, because even though they've redacted if this was checked, the fact that they didn't redact these that weren't checked gives me, it's giving checked, right? And they blocked out what the specific impairment type was. But oral lip reading and American Sign Language are blocked out. So I'm thinking it's something related to hearing that's going on with her there. Did you guys notice her having any hearing problems while she was in the courthouse whispering? Okay, let's go to her call log. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So I have redacted the majority of the phone number. I left the zip code. I left the area code just so I didn't get lost while I was redacting. But and I leave the last digit in case in case they have the same area code. So we've got Lana, who she called on 1/31. So this is prior to her move, I believe. Or you guys tell me, did she move? I know she moved on 12/30 from jail to prison, but then did she move from the reception center. Anyway, um, so CP hung up on this one. They talked for 29 minutes and 38 seconds, and then again on the 31st for 2 minutes. This number is a 407 area code, and it says AT&T Mobile. I have done a reverse lookup, but what I'm thinking, because Brian's number is also 407, I think this is the child's phone number. I think she's calling him directly. Is this gonna go in reverse order on me? Let me see. Oh, it did. Doo-doo-doo. But I don't feel like we've seen all of these. Hang on. 122. Oh, okay. Let me go this direction. Sorry, guys. I'll just start here. There's one more page, but I think we may have covered that. So this, oh, yikes, that's not covered. We'll do. Give me 2 shakes. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look at you guys while I do this thing. Is anybody surprised that she's doing well? Is anybody like shocked that she's doing well? I mean, I guess start off on a good foot, right? Like if you start off on a good foot, then things can only go up from there. But it does seem like she's at least coping well, do you know, for all of her crying and kicking and screaming over at the jail. It just seems like she's doing a little bit better. I'm just beeping out these numbers. I don't want anybody going after these people. Okay. Oh, you know what I can do? I forgot. I always keep forgetting to play the intro. Let me play the intro while I get this fix going. And thanks to all the members. Yay, all my little sugar bears at school, if you guys are wondering. I took the day off. I had a procedure yesterday. So I had yesterday off, I have today off, and then of course Monday is off. But he'll be home on Monday because school's closed. But it was Valentine's Day, so I took him and he went in a cute little shirt that has like hearts and X's and O's on it. And I sent cupcakes up there from a place called Baked Cravings, which I highly recommend if you're in New York. Actually, you don't even have to be in New York because they deliver. They don't deliver everything, but they deliver worldwide. It's a nut-free facility. They also have gluten-free, and I've ordered them for work. I love, love, love them, just in case, you know. I mean, you can't get them today. They also deliver cupcakes with alcohol. You know, not for the kids. Let me clarify. Somebody will make that up and decide that I said about the kids. Okay, let's get back into this. Actually, let me look at what you guys are saying for a second here. Who? Oh, thank you, Route Irish. Oh, I'm excited about Sunday too. She's excited. I talked to her again today. Oh my gosh, she's a hoot. You guys are gonna love her. Well, you're gonna love her or hate her, and she's not gonna care. But I absolutely adore her. She's funny. She's funny, and the final boss, Karen. And she's well, I'll let her tell you. She's got some Sarah stories. They are deceased time with Tara, and it has it on there. So I don't know why they would need to put that on there. Maybe she just wanted to put her relatives on there. They can't be emergency contacts because they're dead. So I shouldn't laugh. I'm not laughing because it's funny. When I'm uncomfortable, I make, you know. Maybe they list the deceased parents so that no one tries to reach out claiming. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point because we know her Michael Myers picks. We know there are weird people who have been trying to get in front of her who have managed to sneak in to see her when she was at the jail. Hello from down under. How are you? Is it summer there. I might need to come. It's a long trip, but summer is summer. She wants a bench trial in her alimony. Wait, what? Did she file that? Okay. Listen, Sarah Sabetti, you're gonna have me off on the Orange County website looking at that. We'll go through the phone logs. We'll finish that, but I definitely say what? She wants a bench trial. Does she think she's still gonna get money? Like after being sentenced? What is she looking for? Okay. Let me not get distracted. Remind me, we'll go to that. Let's get to these calls. So where's the date? We're 10 here. We'll start. So she called Christina on the 11th of January. It wasn't accepted. She called Lana. They talked for 29 minutes, almost 30 on the 11th. Then, who I believe is her son, it was not accepted. So, you know how they ask you on the call, do you accept this call? Sounds like he was like, pass. This one, she talked to Brian for 1 minute and 49 seconds. So this is why I think these two are in the same household, right? Because she called at 13:02, it wasn't accepted. Then she called Brian at 13:03, and they talked for 1:49, and then she hung up. 1 minute and 49 seconds, and then she hung up. And then right after that, 13:06, she called again, who I believe is the son, and it says pin limit. I don't know what that means, but it was a duration of 0. And then again, the 12th at 14:49, so 2:49 and 2:51, 0 seconds, not accepted, not accepted. So I'm guessing they're pushing a button that says not accepted versus not answered. Do you know? I could be wrong. It could be anything. So then it looks like they're restricting it to 30 minutes though, right? Because she called Lana on the 12th at 8:48. They didn't talk. She hung up, and then she called her at 8:49, and they talked for 30 minutes, and then the time was up. Julian and Peter, so those two would visit her together, like video visit while she was in jail. One of them comes up as a Connecticut number. The other one comes up as a New York number. They both have they're part of the same business that is in New York. Connecticut is, if you're not in the Northeast, they consider it like what is it? The tri-state area. So Connecticut, New York, and Jersey are all, you can get to them, easily by train or by car or by bus. So it's not like I have two colleagues at work who live in Connecticut who come into New York for work. So it's not that unusual. But anyway, so she called them. It was not accepted. I'm guessing not accepted could also be like the phone just rings. Like maybe you don't hear the phone ring and maybe it's not as aggressive as what I originally said of like, no. Christina Pena, 10:26, she called her. No, it wasn't accepted. So this one was new for me. I didn't see it in her previous, like her jail calls. So James Norton, Jamie Jackley, Trent Mills are all coming up under this 386 number. They talked for 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Talked to Brian for 45 seconds, and then Inmate hung up. What is she doing? Like calling him names and then hanging up? I don't know. Or maybe he said he was busy and then she hung up. I don't know. But 45 seconds is a very short call. And then this says time up. So she talked to Julian for 30 minutes on the 15th. And then Lana, 13:06. So 1:06, they talked for almost 30 minutes. And then at 8:32 that night, the call was not accepted. Christina, the call was not accepted. She did talk for 30 minutes to whom I think is her son, Julian. She talked for 15 minutes in the afternoon. At 2:17, and then Lana didn't accept twice. Lana accepted on the 17th, and they talked for 30 minutes. She talked to her son for 30 minutes. She talked to Lana on the 19th for 13 minutes, and then Brian did not accept on 1:20 at 2:12 in the afternoon, 1400, 12 hours. But a minute later, she calls him back. They talk for 2:58, 2 minutes and 58 58 cents, 58 minutes, and then she hangs up. This one, to the sun, is not accepted. Lana, she calls, not accepted. Then 2 minutes later, so she's bored, she's calling. Do you ever have, when I was in LA, I had friends who would just call, like, while they were driving. She's bored. She doesn't have anything in particular to talk about. Seems like she just wants to talk. Okay. And then Julian, she talked to for 30 minutes. Brian did not accept. It's a lot of non-accepts. I wonder why he doesn't block her. And then, so the son, Brian, the son, not accepted. Lana, not accepted. Brian, not accepted. A bunch of not accepted. So finally, she gets someone on the phone on the 21st of January. They talk for 2 minutes and 7 seconds. That's Brian. And he hung up that time. Christina did not answer. And then her son did not answer. We've gotten to the 22nd. She should be nice and cozy in her women's reception center at that point. 11 minutes she talked to Brian, and then he hung up. Julian did not accept on the 23rd. Here it says 0 seconds, but it says inmate hung up. So maybe it wasn't connected at all. Then this is not accepted by Julian. Brian didn't accept on the 23rd at 10 a.m. And then in the afternoon, he did accept. They spoke for 19 minutes and she hung up. What do you guys think they're talking about? What would she be talking about with Brian? Hot meals? Visitation? Maybe setting up visitation for her son to come and see her. Peter, they talked on the 24th for 9 minutes. Or, I'm sorry, at 9:45 a.m. for 16 minutes. And then Lana, she talked to for almost 30 minutes on the 26th. Julian, 4 minutes. He hung up. Not accepted. Lana on the 27th. I wonder, I mean, she must know Lana's dialysis schedule, because how do you know you're not calling her during that? You know what I mean? Depending on how many times. I know it varied for my sister. Sometimes she had two dialysis appointments a week, and then eventually she went up to 3 before she did like an internal dialysis thing. Okay, Christina did not accept on the 27th. She talked to her son for 30 minutes. This one was not accepted, and this one was not accepted. Christina did not accept. Like, do these people not work? Inmate hung up on Julian after they talked for 22 minutes on the 29th. Then she talked to Lana. Oh, no, she did not. Not accepted, not accepted, not accepted. So Lana's son, Lana. And then, not Lana's son, Sarah's son. Lana for 21 minutes on the 30th. And then no answer from, this is a different number. So I marked the 407 as ATT Mobile. This is a different ATT for 850. I don't know who it is. They didn't answer. And then again on the 31st. And they did not have her call logs yet for the Lowell CI, because this was pulled through the 10th. So that is there. Now we have the canteen. Oh, wait, you know what? I see the child custody thing on there. Let's just, we're gonna go over here. Let me log in first. And then we'll see what's up in the balls of a burglar if she's asking for a jury trial. The fact that she is such an unsympathetic person, witness, defendant, or I think in there she's a respondent technically, but ma'am, you should let the judge just decide. Oh, but she's got the new judge. Maybe she doesn't want to deal with the judge who was able to pull herself up by her bootstraps, you know? So let's see. I'm not showing you guys yet. Let's look at this. Oh, listen, look at all this, Miss Sarah Sabetti. Oh, I've been caught slipping. Okay, let's look at these then. Look what this turned into. The last thing that was filed was this request. So notice for trial, non-jury, it says. Wait, non-jury. Did that switch? No, okay. Share this tab instead. Look at that, a little Friday delight. So this was filed 2/11. Yesterday was George's birthday, by the way. I was going to do a video. I wasn't feeling well. Like I said, I had a procedure and then I was a little loopy afterwards. I went to acupuncture, came home, slept, and then went and got Sugar Bear. So I was definitely thinking of him, though, and his mother. Notice for non-jury trial comes now. The petitioner, it's Brian who's asking for it. Brian C. Boone, by and through undersigned counsel, and notices this action for non-jury trial, and in support thereof would respectfully show the court this action is at issue and ready to be set for trial, number one. Number two, on August 11th, 2022, an order on motion to dispense with mediation filed on July 26, 2022 was entered by court granting said motion. So for those of you guys who haven't gone through the hours of the family court videos that I've done, basically they sent something to Sarah, they being Brian and his counsel, trying to get mediation. One, because it costs less and it would be faster than going through the court system too, right? She didn't want to do it, but she didn't say she didn't want to do it. In her passive aggressive way, what she sent was a bunch of questions. How could this be? How could that be? But she did not say, absolutely, I will do it or I will not do it. But I mean, I guess legally you're saying you're not going to do it because you're not cooperating with giving them what they're asking. Hang on, I want to just open this. The curtains. You're not giving them. So they then filed an order to dispense with it. Like, never mind, she's not, we're not going to play her reindeer games. And so that happened. And then the estimated time required to try this case is 2 hours. Will she get counsel? Do you guys think maybe James will pop in for her? Or somebody, maybe Kevin Beck. I hereby certify that a copy of the foregoing has been filed via electronic court filings and provided via U.S. mail to pro se respondent Sarah K. on this 11th day of February. Okay. Josh Martell. So she may have not gotten this yet. So if her friends are here in the bushes, I'm sure they're going to tell her about it. Okay, so that was that. And then let's look at the case at issue cover sheet. Okay. This was filed on the 11th. In regards to the former marriage of Brian C. Boone, petitioner, and Sarah K. Boone, respondent, cover sheet, case at issue, to be filed after mediation and with notice for trial. So they've done away with mediation. I guess that may be a requirement before you get to trial. So that motion was already granted since she wasn't being cooperative. And we just read the notice. So a motion to dispense with mediation was granted by court order dated August 11, 2022, because the court determined that mediation of the issues would not be appropriate under the circumstances of the case. Yeah. Mainly her being in jail and not being cooperative. So that is interesting. Thank you for the tea. Okay, so we'll keep an eye out on that. While we're here, let's just check the other docket too and see if anything is popping off. I did check the appeals docket earlier. There's nothing new on there. I know you guys are like, it's gonna take years. I'm just looking for the notice of appearance because I'm very curious as to what happened to Josh. Like, he just is totally MIA, Okay, I want to go back to, well, first, let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Portland, Oregon. Oh, beautiful country over there. I like to go hiking in Oregon. And you guys have really good beer. Yay, I'm happy your notifications are working again too. I was going to say too, I looked at it because I was looking at my analytics. Some of you guys you have notifications on, but then you don't have it set for notifications to appear on your device. So that's a whole other thing. She did not go to any university. She did not. And that was one of the things, if you remember, maybe Dr. Werner had said, like, she was sick. She gave an excuse as to why she didn't go because the parents died or something else. But, other people, I got my degree at 31. So you can still go back to school, parents alive or not. Do you know what I mean? You have to make a decision for what you want. But she did not. She did not go to any university. She didn't take a writing class, a creative class at the junior college, nothing. Sarah will lose everything involving her son. And I hope so. I wasn't sure because remember when Ada K, well, I was gonna say when she was here, but I went on her show and I live or simul streamed it when she was saying her husband still had all these rights after he was convicted. So that was making me nervous. But that was in a different state. And I think based on feedback from a lot of you guys, that doesn't necessarily apply in Florida because I mean, I know children need their parents. Like, I'm not gonna ever take that away or deny that, right? But there has to be like boundaries and a healthy situation for those children because based on the many letters that she wrote, just where she was kind of parroting what she had said to her son, it doesn't sound healthy, right? She's asking about what the dad is doing, when are they moving, telling him they're not really moving, don't worry about it. Ask your dad to send me hot meals. Like it's very unhealthy, right? So I would think maybe have it with supervision if he wants to, if the child wants to. He's going to be 18 in 4 years at this point. So she hasn't seen him for the last, or hasn't been in his presence. I guess she's seen him on a video in the last 5 years. It's 5 years. It'll be 5 years on the 25th of this month, right? That it was 5 years ago she was arrested. So she hasn't seen him since that day. And she was pretending like it was really important. Like, oh, so Lucas, oh my God, sorry guys. It's in my head, the quote. So son isn't just, I'm just not going to come home. He's just not going to know what happened. Like she just uses his name in vain all the time. I swear on his life. And that's not what parenting is. Do you know? You have to put your child's needs above your own needs. And I just don't think she's capable of that because of her damage. Not at this point, maybe through therapy. She's a straight A high school student who excels at everything, Barry. She's a straight A high school student. Which what else does she have going on? So, oh yes, please hit the like, subscribe, and notifications if you haven't. So no longer a straight A student. Yeah, I want to know like the background of what that test was. Well, we know she can't tell time because she's supposed to pick up her son at 2 and couldn't remember to pick up the phone to get reminded to pick him up. What is happening? Okay, we just looked at that. So hopefully you saw that, Deborah. That came in at 3:59. So yeah, we covered that. Freezing cold Chicago. Nice. Hello, everybody. Common law after her divorce. She shouldn't be eligible for alimony anyway. Right, because George was helping her household, right? She couldn't pay rent without him. And so I do agree. One of you guys, Yana, I think it was you who was like, she probably didn't marry him because of she would get her child support or the alimony cut off if she was married. But isn't it common law? Like in California, that would have been considered common law. I don't know about in New York because I haven't been in any serious relationship while I've been here, but I hope she doesn't get it either. I don't think she deserves it. And I think it was especially telling that she wanted that $1,000 a month when Brian had no job and was taking care of their son, right? She couldn't even contribute to the house because in any other situation, she would have been paying him if he had full custody. I know because I've done it with my oldest daughter when she wanted to stay with her dad like for a year. So it's not yeah, it just seems selfish. Like, and what is she doing with the $1,000? While we're speaking of that, let's look at the canteen so we see how much things cost where she is now. Does she really need $1,000, or is she just complaining to be complaining? All right, let's see. We're gonna keep it moving. This is page 2 of 5. Oh God. 1 of 5. Okay. So Crayola, she can get some chalk for $2.90, some color pens, a sketch pad. I wonder if that's what Donna was using for her art classes. Maybe she can have those in her solitary. Anyway, candy, neon worms, $2 for 4 ounces. I wonder how they're going to be impacted by the tariffs. Do you think? Well, I guess maybe they don't get a lot of stuff from outside of America. Diet Coke, $1.37 a can. That is much cheaper. It's $2.50 here in New York a can. 2% milk, 8 ounces, $1.49. So yeah, she's gonna have a hard time spending $1,000 every month. And April, I believe, is the end of it. Had he been paying continuously, would have like been the time out for alimony being done and dusted. Hydration stick, Pure Kick Citrus, 25 cents. Those I use for hiking. I don't know what they would be doing. Hot cocoa mix, 39 cents. Health shake, mix, $2.89. French vanilla cappuccino mix, 39 cents. Let's look at the more expensive. We've got clothing. Cooling towel, $4.19. Because now where she is does not have AC. It was in the women's reception center. There was AC. In Lowell CI, no AC. So these cooling things, I'm sure, will come in handy. Straw hats, $8.46. Women's dry fit silver cooling shirt, $11.54. I'm like, what? Oh, it's the size difference. These all look the same. Okay, all of those in various sizes, $11.54. I feel like on the outside, do they charge more when the sizes? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining. Condiments, brown barbecue sauce, Heinz, as opposed to yellow barbecue sauce. Coffee creamer, International Delight, 5 cents for 44 ounces. Maybe that's just a little packet. Ketchup, 9 grams. Good Lord, 8 cents. And maybe that's kosher and vegan. Heinz ketchup has so much sugar in it. Mayonnaise, 10 cents. Mustard, 8 cents. Salad dressing, ranch, 8 cents. Soy sauce, Kikkoman. She probably needs the low sodium soy, but that's 8 cents. Yeah, I'm not seeing $1,000 worth of stuff to purchase. Bagel chips over here. Whole shebang snack mix. Beef crumbles, spicy, $6. Oh, these are meals. So entrees. Okay. Amazing Meals, beef goulash, 12 ounces, $10.55. Amazing Meals, turkey shawarma, $10.99. Beef barbacoa, $6.60. Beef crumbles, beef stew, $2.09. Chicken breast diced, chili with beans, chorizo sausage, chunk light tuna, fresh catch. Is that an entree? Fish steak in oil. No specific, just random fish steak. Is it salmon? Oh my God. Catfish, just fish, just a fish steak, $2.06. Oh, oatmeal. I love oatmeal, but not the pre-sweetened one. So dill pickle hot, $2.10. Dill pickle kosher, zesty garlic, $2.10. Fritos, Cheetos, crunchy, flaming hot Doritos, $1.60. Jalapeno cheese pouch. Oh my God. Where's the Pepto-Bismol? Female Canteen menu, fish steaks, spicy mustard, $1.88. Flour tortillas, 8 inches, 6 counts, $2.06. That's a deal. Luncheon loaf. It's hard for me to say though, because here I live in New York. The prices are always higher. I'm always delighted when I go on vacation and things are much cheaper. But that seems like a really good deal, right? For 6 tortillas for $2. Velveeta cheesy refried beans, $3.03. Spicy beans and rice with Velveeta. Velveeta spicy refried bean. Is this the brand is Velveeta, but do you guys think it has cheese? Oh, this one says cheesy. So you just get 4 ounces of beans, rice, and cheese for $3. Beef charboil with barbecue, $5.79. Oh, these are frozen. So if they're frozen and they don't, oh, they do have a microwave in prison. They didn't have it in the jail. That was what Christina Randall was saying. Like, you got to heat up your stuff and go. Beef charboil with cheese, chocolate chip with vanilla ice cream. Oh, they get ice cream. One of those luxuries. Freezer pop Powerade, grilled chicken buffalo sandwich with pepper jack, pickle ice. That I don't know what it is. Have you guys heard of pickle ice? I've never heard of that. You got baby powder, multivitamins, cough drops, cranberry supplement, lip balm, non-aspirin, Rolaids, thank God, extra strength, $3. Vitamins, 1 per day multi, 100 vitamins for $10.69. That is a deal. That is a deal. I think I pay like $70 for 30 days or something crazy like that. Not saying I want to go to prison to get cheap vitamins. Shaver spare part kit. Oh wait, I skipped this. Let's go back. Envelopes, because we know she's going to need a lot of those. So the number 10 white envelopes are 17 cents. The envelope 10 by 13, 23 cents. Notebook paper. Should we buy out all the envelopes so she can't get any? Although at this point, I think I'd be happy to see a little Sarah Boone letter. Like, are you okay, ma'am? How are things going? A poncho, clear vinyl, racket balls. That seems deadly. 454. Replacement ear pads. There are, yeah, pastries, chocolate cream cupcakes, cinnamon roll Duchess, Danish blueberry, mega honey bun glazed, 206. 4.75, almost 5 ounces of a honey bun. That's a big honey bun. Wow. Mini powdered donuts, 3 ounces. $1.71. Wow. Wow. A lock. This always reminds me of a lock in a sock when they say you get a lock in a sock. How much is postage? Why would you need a 1 cent a 1 cent stamp? That doesn't. Mm. So soup, ramen, maruchan, which I believe is, oh yeah, ramen in a cup, I think is that one. My daughter lived off ramen when she went to college. I don't know why. I think it was like a trend. She was obsessed. Nail clippers, soap dish, deodorant. Okay, clear tube. It's only one brand. Now remember, she complained. Hopefully, she has deodorant options. And there's makeup. So if she has to go out, I guess for her non-jury trial, she can get some makeup. Blush, 813. Natural Rose, 624. Eyeshadow, Country Woods, 813. Eyebrow pencil, 520. She can get Midnight Black or Midnight Brown. She can get Creamy Natural Foundation. Soft Honey. Oh, those are the only two. So no foundation for the black girls. CoverGirl lipstick. It's your mauve. And Pro All-in-One Smudge Proof Mascara. Although I feel like she had eyeliner and mascara. I don't know if it was contraband at trial, but something was going in there. VO5 conditioner. Ooh, denture adhesive. Denture bath. Denture cleanser. Yikes. Shampoo, dandruff control, another roll-on deodorant, lotion, douche vinegar and water. Good Lord. Okay. Combs, can't slip. I don't know. Something to hold your hair in place, though, I'm guessing, because it's goody. Hair food, softy, hair removal cream, Luster's Pink Magic Shave. My uncle used to use that. That thing, that Magic Shave stinks. Ugh. Pads. So remember, they have to hold them where the guards are. So they pay for them, and then the COs hold them. That whole thing is strange. Yeah, that's it. Washcloth, toothpaste, Tampax, softy. Goodness, all the things. Okay, and then this is my last one. This is all of their meals effective October 24th until the end of 2025. But I guess every Monday, this is what you have for breakfast. Every Tuesday, this is what you have. So let's just look at 1 week of it. Cinnamon brown, sugar sweetened oatmeal, pancakes. You get two. You get 1 cup of oatmeal, one fresh fruit, a coffee, a breakfast beverage, 2 ounces of syrup, 2 packs of sugar, and one of margarine. So if you have cream in your coffee, I guess you're out of luck. You're just going to have black coffee. Then lunch, chicken, barbecue patty, and mashed potatoes, sweet peas, cabbage, sweet cornbread, 1/48 of a cut of it. So out of a sheet pan. Wow. Okay. That's exact. Dinner, Italian tomato sauce, pasta, dried beans, mixed vegetables, garlic herb biscuit with melted margarine, and cake. And then C, you get a fortified beverage, and then dried beans. Oh, it's dried beans is an alternate entree. Okay. Yikes. So, yeah, but we know she doesn't like breakfast, so it doesn't really matter. Buttermilk drop biscuit. Oh, that's funny. Kathy explained to me from Gossip Rumor and Innuendo what a drop biscuit was not too long ago. Like the ones that are at Red Lobster. Instead of rolling them out, they drop them. Oh, buttery grits, scrambled eggs. Although I prefer my grits to be not savory, but I'll take them with butter. I mean, but I prefer them the other way. I'll do butter and sugar instead of like butter and I know some people put cheese in their grits. Okay. Oh, look, Southern barbecue, rice, dry beans, carrots. That's one of their lunch days. Lunch meat, cheese, black bean and corn salad, a fudge brownie. Oh, it doesn't sound so bad. Buffalo chicken patty, pasta salad, pickle chips, tangy barbecue turkey, E&P, greens. I don't know why I was thinking it was like some dry bologna in between two slices of white bread. But that actually sounds okay. Um, yeah, I guess they rotate between these. But anyway, those are her options. So why she would need $1,000 a month? Maybe it's the principle for her. You know how she kind of gets stuck on things sometimes of like getting her way. Maybe that's what it is. Because I just feel like it's silly to think he's gonna send you $1,000 a month. It's silly. Um, but she's gonna go for it. So if they sent that out, she probably won't get that notice until next week, like I said, unless one of her friends in the bushes goes and tells her, who's watching right now. Can you please turn off animation of coins when it remains in background? Oh sure, I can change that background. Not a problem. I was experimenting with that. Let me see. We'll just put a regular blue lagoon background back there. And then how's that? Is that better? We'll just do that. And not have all the bouncing when I'm sharing. Not a problem. Yeah, this is, I don't know. She's gonna fight for it. She wants to go back to making those huge commissary purchases, right? Or maybe she's getting extorted. The bulk of anything Brian would pay would end up going to the right because it's $50 a day, I think. And also, we saw in her notes that the court ordered that she make payments on that other, so it would go to that. But it's like, is she trying to offset like that'll pay down that? So then when she starts working, she'll. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think it's reasonable to expect a man who's taking care of your child together. He's taking care of him alone, and you want him to send you money for what reason? Like, even if she were in the free world, right, and the child went to stay with the dad full time and she was living with George, like, he could have filed. He said it in his interview when he on the scene, right? Like, he'd been talking to his lawyer. He said it to Chelsea. He said it twice because the first time I think she wasn't paying attention. But he was like, my lawyer told me to go back and ask for full rights. And so if he had the son and Sarah and George are living together, supporting one another, he could have filed for dismissal of the alimony at that point. But that's also why she needed to tell Brian that, George was broke and like he didn't work very often and all those things, because then that made Brian more willing or more sympathetic to her plight, right? He's going to help her when her checks are about to bounce because George doesn't work that many hours, or he's going to get her out of the red, or he's going to whatever. So, and he's not going to sue me, or not sue me, but not going to petition for me to not get alimony because clearly George can't support me. Do you know? Where in any other case that would have happened. He would have not had to pay alimony. He would have had his son. He would have not had to pay child support. I think maybe he didn't know how dangerous Sarah was at that point. I'm looking for my lip gel, my poor bottom lip. It's so dry from these antibiotics, I think. But the fact that she's still asking for it is like, and it's so close at this point. I will say I've seen on multiple threads on Reddit where people are like, there's a trust account. If there is a trust account, it is not documented in the file. Like I triple checked. If there is a trust account, it was not ordered by the judge. And it was not submitted on the record. So Brian did it aside and apart from what's happening in court. Maybe he has a spending problem and he was like, let me just stock it away. I would hope he didn't, because like I said, at that time, he didn't have a job. So that means he's putting $1,000 away where nobody can get to it for an indefinite amount of time when he doesn't have a job and is taking care of their son. I think that would be pretty shitty. But that's just me. No, he isn't free of her yet, but he will be soon. And I think, he's plodding along and it will be complete. He's like, I don't need to rush at this point because she's in prison, but yeah, slowly but surely. As much as I dislike her and as hard as she makes sympathizing with her to any degree, there's something very sad. There is Jackie Anderson, and I think that's part of the reason why, like, we're still sort of fascinated by it, of like, oh my God, she was so close and she threw it all away. Like that plea deal was her second chance, right? That was her one sliver of hope, and she gambled it all. She gambled it all. And so it doesn't matter like how many times I contemplate, did she deserve life? That was the choice she made. And she knew it was a risk. So it doesn't matter if I think she deserves it. That's what she earned by her own actions. And she had a second chance. So it's a shitty situation all around. George should still be here. He should have celebrated his 47th birthday yesterday with his parents. It's bad all the way around. But it's like, she was so close. Yeah. Like, she'd have been in her 50s. I'm in my 50s. It's great. She'd have been in her 50s and free. What was she, why? She threw it all away. She gambled it all. She bet it all. It was all or nothing. And she got nothing. She would have had a chance to know her son, her grandchildren. And what George's mom said was very, very prophetic. She was like, I had my son, I got to spend time with him. I got to spend time with my grandchildren. Sarah will never have that. And she won't. And that's the choice that she made. I think part of me too wants like a happy ending in that she realizes how wrong she was and really apologizes to everyone and is really truly sorry that she killed George. Like, I just hope that's inside of her somewhere, that she one day is really sorry about it. Because it's just like, even after she got it, everything from her is just a big fuck you. It's like balls of a burglar. I say that and someone's like, oh, you're saying it like you're proud of her or whatever. No, I'm astonished. I'm astonished because it just defies every bit of survival, right? And they all say, oh, Sarah's such a fighter. But why didn't she fight for her own survival? Why didn't she take the deal? She wouldn't have been branded a murderer. It would have been manslaughter. It just will never make sense to me. And I think, I'm going to have to go to a 12-step program because it's probably never, I'm looking for logic where there is none. I'm looking for logic where there absolutely is none. Oh, as mixers. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. I usually just like take it right out of the pack. Because when you're hiking, you're trying to stay light, you know what I mean? But that makes sense. You add it with some water or something. I don't know if she claimed to be a diabetic. I saw in some notes where she was telling some guards that she was diabetic, but it wasn't in her medical record. And then I remember Owen saying when he was asking for the snacks that it had nothing to do with her blood sugar. So I don't know. Junkie the Barrier by Lawrence Middle School. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna bundle up and thank you for this. Oh, we appreciate you. Not to Miss Boone. Thanks, Diana. I'm gonna go get my little sugar bear now because I think he's probably tired. Treasure, Hogue, thank you. Everybody, thank you for the super stickers. Thank you for being here with me, hanging out with me. And yeah, oh my God. Little Miss Boone, quite the quandary. Talk to you guys later. Toodles. I wasn't ready, but it's okay. Bye, guys.